जाएगा तो हाँ लाइव हो गया.
Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Trash Talk with Cricket Scrapbook. My name is Manas. On your left is Vaibhav from Kolkata. On your center is Suri from Perth. And on your right is Manny from Legend. We are glad to welcome you back this week on Trash Talk, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a week of quiet reflection based on the animalistic behaviors displayed by Indian fan clubs throughout the IPL from the beginning. From Punjab Kings boasting themselves out of the tournament to Kolkata Knight Riders humbling themselves into sixth place. It's been a tournament of upsets. We're going to talk about all of it. Let's start with Vaibhav Minocha. How's your weekend, sir?
My weekend was good. Then I did some big shopping yesterday for something coming up, and like I've spent a lot, bro. I've spent a lot. I feel like the owner of an IPL team. But ठीक है बनता है. What about you,
Correct,
Suren? What's
correct.
up?
Yeah, not bad. Been watching few games and suddenly last night felt like, wait, there's no game? It seems so bleak. It seems so lonely suddenly when there's no match. And after this week, after Sunday, it's going to be like that for a while, which is somehow not bad. But we've been spoiled with cricket for so long that a day of no cricket is just seems so weird. But yeah, good league stage. We just finished league stage a couple of days back, and I feel we've had some predictions which go wrong among us itself. We had our top four, which, to be honest, is so off. But that's the beauty of IPL, I guess. Everything's not predictable. Everything's just you don't know what happens on the day. So yeah, it's been a good week, and looking forward for the main week at hand, the playoffs week.
Yeah. I
What
for one, I'm completely against people saying this IPL was boring. It was only boring if your team was losing. And if you're Gujarat Titans, it was not boring at all. So yeah, overall, a great tournament for the Birlas. Equally bad for the Ambanis. When you look at it from a business perspective, I would say. Don't you guys think so?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is that I'm not looking forward to RCB changing its name next year. Uh, and sadly, it seems like it could be happening. Um, do you think it could just be Royal Challengers Birla? I don't know.
Aiyo,
But
aiyo,
because just to keep the RCB. But I don't know. I don't know.
aiyo.
There's no point of it having Royal Challenges Birla because Royal Challenge is a big brand for UB breweries, and if you're keeping their one of their main liquor as your
Yes,
name, that's going to have some repercussions. I feel so. I don't know, but
yes,
let's see. It's a brand name which
yes.
cannot be defeated, even though you change the name. So the brand is brand.
Yes.
The players are the
I
brand.
I foresee a future with Bengaluru Villas and a stadium chanting BB like we're in Kolkata.
वही होगा. But
Yeah.
somewhere, like selfishly, I want them to retain the RCB, like the initials RCB.
Moniker.
If they can have it, it'll be fun.
Real
It'll be
choice
fun.
of Birlas. Anyway, let's go back to our topics of discussion. Starting with the beautiful announcement coming in from BCCI of the Indian squad. Vaibhav, do you want to talk more about this?
Yeah, so the squad was along expected lines, I think. So just to recap, we have Shubman Gill as captain, KL Rahul as vice captain, Jaiswal, Pant, Sai Sudarshan, Particle returned, Dhruv Jurel as backup keeper. But what was more interesting was that we had Harsh Dubey, Washington Sundar, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Manav Suthar. These are our all rounders, and then we have Gurnur Brar as the new name, and then Prasidh Krishna, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj. What's interesting for me is that this test is not part of the World Test Championship cycle, right? So it's an opportunity for you to try out some new names, try out some youngsters, but at the same time, my favorite player, Rishabh Pant, has been removed from vice captaincy. So this, I think, is the biggest takeaway from the squad. Not so much the new names, because it could very well be that Manav Suthar and Harsh Dubey are not a part of the team going forward. But Rishabh Pant not being vice captain anymore, I think that is big. What do you think, Manny?
Okay, let's break this down topic by topic, right? Let's go Gill's captaincy, starting this new era. I think the team's going to be under less pressure, obviously, because there's no points involved. And I think because of the fact that they've lost in tests so many times over the last year and a half, not saying Gautam Gambhir, but but I think it's a really good opportunity for them to really try out a couple of new things. I would like to see a difference in strategy, not just a bowl first approach, because I think that's what we've been going with the chasing mentality for a bit. But I want to see the team do different things. Purely in terms of the pitch and the track, you guys, what are you guys expecting? Are you expecting pace tracks? Are you expecting seaming tracks in Afghanistan? What are you guys expecting?
No. The match is in India, and it's going to be. Uh, I think it's going to be somewhat of a turner, but it won't be a big turner. Um, we are. I'm assuming the match will go to the third day, even the fourth day, a little bit if Afghanistan are up for it. But it's not going to be a rank turner. Neither are we going to give them a green top. It's going to be like
Yeah.
a regular test match pitch in India, I feel.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting test in Kabul, so I meant for Australia, for
You
Afghanistan.
were asking, as if like last few test matches happened in Afghanistan. It's been years since something happened in Afghanistan, and this guy's asking where is happening.
I'm
I
like,
mean,
will the Taliban allow for spinning test? No, I'm kidding.
No,
even
I
before
think
Taliban, there was no match in Afghanistan.
yeah,
Suddenly, he thinks
but
match is going to be there.
but the geopolitics scenario, they would be very happy to host India, and Indians would be very safe there. Let's be honest. But yeah, there's no scenario where India is going there. But still,
Yeah.
India will not be safe, even though you think there's Afghanistan, Afghans in Afghanistan. There are other country people as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're never safe.
And honestly, as sad as I am watching Rishabh Pant getting removed from vice captaincy, I'm actually happy looking at KL Rahul being promoted because honestly, over the last year, his performances have warranted it. It's
yeah,
not completely unwarranted. Him coming on as vice captain. The
no,
fact
I
that
think
Rishabh Pant was there, he was incumbent, is also sad.
I
But I
think
think
the
it's a good thing
reason
for India as a whole.
why KL Rahul is being pushed for vice captaincy is because there is a very good chance that Gill himself might not play a few tests in the next cycle because of his neck injury. He is very prone to that. And when that happens, you want a proper captain to take over, and they don't see Rishabh Pant right now as the proper captain who can take over. He's good as deputy, but considering Gill's availability in some tests might be a big question. I feel KL Rahul is a much calmer and much experienced captain. And then, yeah, I think that's the only reason which I think it's going to happen. And the tests are going to be more demanding of Gill than ODIs or T20s.
yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
I want to discuss it in more detail later in the show. But I also feel like in a simple statement, I don't think Gill is one of the better captaincy choices in any form of cricket currently. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Moving from tests to ODIs, we again have Gill as captain. Um, Again, a new vice captain in Shreyas Iyer. So Shreyas Iyer has been promoted to vice
Again, something
captaincy.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, we have senior pros returning Sharma, Rohit Sharma, that is Hardik Pandya, depending on his fitness. Again, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli. But we have young names again: Prince Yadav, Gurnur Brar, Harsh Dubey. Gurnur and Harsh Dubey are making then way into their squads, both in ODI and tests. So, your thoughts, Suren, especially Harsh Dubey, someone you followed closely.
Yeah, has to be good because of the fact that he is a domestic player of the year, the concluding year that happened. So it just shows that if you are performing in domestic consistently, you will be in the team. So that is one reason. And the second reason is he is also a good all rounder. We haven't seen much of his batting, but in domestic, there is a very good chance that, lower order batting, it's going to be really impactful. And the other good surprise that I saw was Ishan Kishan coming back into the team of ODI setup. It's been a long, long wait for him to come back to the ODI setup. And last time I think on the ODI setup was when he scored the 200.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a long wait for him. His performance in domestic and everything really showed up, and somehow I feel the bowling is a little on the inexperienced side. But these players again played IPL. They know the pressure in terms of playing big games. So I feel they might just come up, and they're also playing Afghanistan. So I feel it's good time to introduce these young players sooner than
The
later.
Afghani
And
team is no slouch. They've got Noor Ahmed, Rashid Khan, Azmatullah Omarzai. They've got some good players in there.
that's
So,
okay.
and
I
these
mean,
players have had good
our
practice in
players,
the IPL.
the thing is, even though Prince Yadav, and if you see all of this new Dubey, all the players seem very new, but they've been in the domestic setup for so long. It's just that we haven't seen them perform, and even IPL is not a very good factor to consider about their ODI and the long format play. But I feel they have been there. They are very good players. It's just that they're getting opportunity now because of the fact that our pillars in bowling have literally just left. Like Shami, little difficult right now. Bumrah is again taking some rest. So
Rested.
it's good
Yeah.
to test out because one of these players will be a next pillar coming forward and helping the other ace pacers. Like let's say Bumrah coming in the next series or something. So one of Prince Yadav or someone else will just come assist him in the
Has
series.
Bumrah been named in the ODI and T20 squad?
No,
No,
it's not.
there's no T20 squad. Firstly, then in ODIs, Bumrah has been rested. It has been announced that Bumrah and Jadeja have been rested. So we shall
And
see.
what about tests as well? Bumrah and Jadeja aren't playing there
Yeah,
either.
both have been rested. So
Lovely.
yeah.
That's actually a
Again,
good thing.
this test match, I'm not look. While we want to win every test, and yes, it's Afghanistan, so we are expected to win. But I'm not looking at this test match very seriously. I would honestly look at it as a first class warm up match for the Indian side to like get into some form of rhythm. But it's not a really serious encounter that I'm looking towards in terms of tests. Just quickly before we move on, there was a lot of chatter on the internets and on social media everywhere about Akib Nabi not being selected, especially when uh, there was some youngsters being selected in the squad. Suren, since you have also followed him closely, your take on the Kashmiri not being selected in this squad?
I think it's a setup between. So I was first of all really surprised because of the fact that he got 60 plus wickets, and he got at least 4 10 wicket hauls in a game. So the issue is, I feel they are somehow keeping him for the away games. That's the only logic I can think because no one came out and said that this is the logic. But I feel this is the logic they are thinking of, that let's keep him on for away games because his stats and his expertise is needed. And on a home ground, I feel it's not that effective in a way, even though he's played Ranji and everything. But I feel he's even more effective in a foreign pitch. So I feel that's the only reason I can think of. But if they're not even thinking about that, that means it's just really stupid because at least for test selection, you need to see domestic games, nothing
Yeah.
else. And if after all this time he's not able to get it, then it's a problem. But also, I feel he should have just been included in the team, not maybe in the playing 11, but at least in the team, so that he starts vibing with the Indian cricket setup and vibing with the coaches and talking to them. Because Test is a very close knit team. Like the Test team should be together all the time, even though you're not playing. It's better to be in that environment. So, which is very surprising for me. But I'm just hoping this is just a way for him to slowly come into the setup, and if that happens, well and good. But if that's not happening, then it's going to be a very big outrage by other like other fans around the country saying that why is him not being in the team. So let's see
Any,
how that
any
works out.
thoughts, Manny, on any other people
I
you wanted to see?
I am mostly looking forward to the India A South Africa A T series as well. I want to keep a close eye on Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I'm very excited to see him in
Yeah.
India A. And I think
Yeah.
this is going to be a fast track for him into the team eventually. Um,
Yeah.
236 at 583 this season. That's just
583 at 236, Manny, I
sorry,
think.
yeah, 583 at 230. That's mad numbers. That's just
I
Yeah.
was just thinking what numbers is talking about suddenly. Like
sorry.
what?
583 runs at
It's
236.
583 runs at a strike rate of 236. That's a dream season for anybody, much less a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
So
No, and
like,
he's still averaged more than 40. So it's like, it's not that he hasn't been scoring runs
yeah,
consistently.
it's not small scores. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So correct me if you like do not agree with me, but I think he's definitely going to get selected for Zimbabwe and Ireland, and he may just be the lead batter for the Zimbabwe series as well, like for
It's
the
gonna be
T20.
dependent on this India series. It's gonna be his performance in this series is pretty much gonna define it. Look,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that if he does badly, he might not be selected. He might still be selected. But this is gonna be his thing on the
No,
international stage. Like this is
where I'm coming from, Suri, is that they are not going to send the main players to Zimbabwe. They never do. So,
Hmm.
considering the fact that they've just won the World Cup in T20, they would likely not be sending their best team to Zimbabwe anyway.
No, the
So,
issue comes here in India, because
hey,
we rarely
don't
play
disrespect
Ireland.
Blessing Muzrabani.
I am
He is KKR
disrespecting
blood.
Babar Azam because Babar Azam is the king of Zimbabwe. That is the only person I'm disrespecting.
Yeah, we rarely play Zimbabwe, Ireland, Afghanistan. So the thing is, even if a Vaibhav goes there, the time he can be Indian team and goes to Zimbabwe and play. But the next series we're gonna have against Zimbabwe Ireland, it's gonna be maybe a year later or even more than that.
Yeah, a
So
couple
it's
of years.
difficult for him
Probably.
to just come back to the team again. But at least he'll be glad that okay, at least I got my ODI cap or at least I got
Yeah.
T20 cap. So I'm happy for a while. And there's still India A series going around, so he'll be okay. But consistently for him to be in the team, it'll take few more years.
It would be
Yeah.
crazy if somehow his performances warrant him a place in the World Cup of 2027. Like, I know it's a long shot, but it would be hilarious to see a
That's
16-year-old
ODI. I
there.
don't think he's going to make it to the ODI squad anytime soon. See, because
If Rohit is not there anymore, or if like people like Kohli, the top order is not there anymore, then he'll come. But the top order is not going anywhere.
no, exactly what Suri said. Even if Rohit and Kohli retire, like the pecking order is massive. There's
Yeah,
Devdutt Padikkal who is first. There's Ruturaj Gaikwad who is there. There is even a player like
Yeah,
Yashasvi Jaiswal who deserves a
yeah,
call before Vaibhav Suryavanshi. It's who
definitely.
you replace to get Vaibhav in. And like, although I want to see Vaibhav, and I think that like speaking to many other fans, people are watching Rajasthan Royals games just to see him bat. So there's definitely a crowd pull with his name involved as well. But you have to see who he can replace as well. And I don't
I
see
am
a path.
very interested in seeing this happen. Like, it's just because he would be 16 at that time. He would have played one extra IPL as well. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how
no,
that
the thing is,
comes
people
up.
somehow feel he's getting stronger and stronger. But last year, he only played half the games. He was good, no question about it. He
Yeah,
got a century last year, he got a century
he's a
this
cheat
year.
code.
But no, no, but there are instances where its weakness is being shown.
Yeah.
The fact
He's a
is, he
cheat
needs,
code for 4-star police, not 5-star. 5-star police, then
yeah,
you need other people,
that's the
but
thing,
he's the
right?
weakness for 4-star police.
Okay,
Cheat
you need to
code
think
GTA
about like this.
gone.
Okay, for a player, you have to come to complete circle, right? So Vaibhav is at maybe a level two, which is let's say on a very 30-degree angle or something, compared to a player like Abhishek. So he's had a stellar season, and then his weaknesses have been put out front. He got out. He worked on the weaknesses. He's coming to a different, completely evolved player altogether. So he's done that homework.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
Not
developed a
not taking away the
evolutionary
success of
circle
these
with him.
guys.
So Vaibhav needs to get into that. Like he started the circle. He just needs to finish the circle for him to be in the Indian team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I'm actually interested in looking at this India
I
stuff.
think the best thing is that he's just 16, not even 16, he's 15 right now. He's gonna get in the next 2-3 years, slowly you'll see him play these series, Zimbabwe, Ireland, and then a couple of more games here and there before he gets a chance in like the World Cup round. So before he even gets to the World Cup squad, he has to play like 40, 50 games before he's even considered for selection. So I think that will start happening in a couple of years. and then
The
we'll
only
probably.
youngster who's being pushed to the main Indian team very quickly happened in a movie called Chain Kuli Ki Main Kuli. So I'm telling you, it's
No,
just a
there
movie.
the Indian ODI squad had lost a lot, bro.
Yeah,
Here
they
our
lost a
ODI
lot.
squad
But the thing
hasn't
is,
lost in a
we
long
haven't got
time.
desperate right now. So we are okay. We have a pecking order going
Manny,
around. We are
I
all good.
think you're not giving Gigi enough credit. Give Gigi enough chance, and we will lose a lot as
I'm
well.
giving Gigi credit for the fact that he might not let Vaibhav in the team purely because he is a superstar and Gigi don't like superstar.
Yes.
So Gigi be like,
Yes.
"तू superstar है?" Yes sir. नहीं 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 यहाँ नहीं हर्षित राणा ऐसा.
Still a small kid. It's not his fault that he's getting all this popularity, anyways.
No, no, absolutely not. But Gigi doesn't want superstars.
As a KKR fan, I love
Bro,
Gigi.
Indian
Like,
team will not play in Indian team anymore, bro. Super, everyone's a superstar these days.
okay, now let's get to the IPL and let's look at each team and their performance. And I want to start with the team at the top of the table. Sorry, at the bottom of the table. That is Lucknow
Mhm.
Super Giants. And
I
what do
called
we
it,
think?
just by the way.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get to that, Manny. But
Mm.
as what do we think went wrong with LSG? Because LSG, on paper, at least Suren, you and I think we remember discussing this. We thought that they had a decent squad, maybe not top four, but definitely not bottom two as well. So they had a decent squad with Aiden Markram, Mitchell Marsh, they had Nicholas Pooran, Rishabh Pant. What do we feel has gone wrong with them? Suren, if you want to start.
Yeah, I feel the permutation combinations they've used in the series, for example, their opening hasn't lasted more than two games at once. So they kept changing order here and there. The only one who was consistent in that top order is Mitchell Marsh. And Markram went from first two matches and then he went in middle order. And Rishabh Pant came, opened one game, and then he came number three, he came number four, and number five. So the fact is, if you keep changing the team so often, not the bowling, I'm just talking about the batting permanent combinations. And the fact is, if you keep changing it so often, the batsmen don't know what their role is. And because of that, there's been a big gap between what the team needs and what we are doing. And somehow they feel we can just brush it off and we can completely rely on a bowling to get the win. But the fact is, how much can the bowling do? And there's been hits and misses in the bowling as well. Shami had one great game, and then he had a couple of bad games as well. Prince was completely good, a little consistent than anyone else I would see. Mohsin again, injuries little bit here and there, and he's the only economical bowler in LSG who was at least 4.8. I think one of the most economical in the whole tournament, to be honest. Mohsin Khan is just 4.8, 4.9, something like that. So they
Yeah.
had good bowling, to be honest. And certain key bowlers like Digvesh and everyone didn't have a form. But end of the day, they've been disrupted by the permutation combinations, which kept going all over the place. So I feel trying to fit into the league, trying to make sure that you find your 11 costed them the whole tournament because they kept changing every game. And if you're not consistent, if you're not backing your players, they won't perform. To be honest, yeah.
So, Manny,
Sticking
what do
short.
you think has happened, especially in the month of May? Because they had a decent April, they did get some points there, but in the back half, there's something that really went wrong, especially I think after the conversation between the owner and Rishabh Pant. Do you have anything to add or any
I
analysis
have a
from what
few questions. So look, okay, this is not surprising. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I called this. I knew this was gonna happen, so I have no comments. I saw this team, I was like, no, 10. But the main reason, like I said that at the start of the season itself, was I wasn't aware of Rishabh Pant doing anything special in domestic, even playing domestic this entire year. Um, as the core, as their spine, as a captain, I think he's the least prepared. He was the least prepared this year. Um, from and that is where your permutation combination argument Suri comes in as well. If the captain's not prepared, if he hasn't seen enough cricket across the year, and if he's leading your squad, you're gonna have problems the entire season. I think even at the beginning, Rishabh Pant wasn't the reason they won those matches. Even towards the end, Rishabh Pant wasn't the reason they won any of those matches. Yes, he played a few good innings and like he might have played a few 30, 34 kind of innings. Um, how many 50s does he have this season? One?
I think so. He has one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just for someone who's played all the games, for someone who's fit and out there, and to be this unprepared, his bowling changes were absolute filth the entire season. So Nicholas Puran, was just another nail in the coffin. I mean, again, Nicholas Puran was the one ray of hope, along with Mitch Marsh and Markram in this team. I think because of the kind of season that they had. I never expected Pant to come through because of the lack of domestic experience he had this year. But the foreign players haven't done too well for them either. And Digvij Rathi in bowling as a consistent bowler, I mean, yeah, it was never going to go anywhere but 10.
Some players did. I feel Marsh towards the end, and English only got few games anyway. He
Yeah, you
English scored more
at a
than
at a
Rishabh.
level this competitive, 4 or 5 players in your squad is not gonna cut it. Like Mumbai Indians had 4 captains,
Yeah.
and like yeah, so it's just yeah, just 4 or 5 players performing or hoping for those 4 or 5 players to perform is not good enough to be even in the top 8 or 9 in this IPL
I
anymore.
also think that none of them had a consistent role, like even in terms of batting or bowling. In
Yeah, yeah.
batting,
Nikki P was third, fifth, whatever.
yeah, same with Rishabh Pant, same with Aiden Markram. Markram opened
Why
one
Rishabh Pant
game.
wouldn't come out in a super over, I would never understand. Like, why would you send out Nikki P opening? That just that remains a mystery. But these are actions of a team that's really underconfident in their own resources.
No, I think another thing that's happening, and this is from the outside that I can see, is that there is no direct chain of command, or if there is, it's not clear because there are people from outside giving in opinions. I mean, as an owner, I've not seen any other owner in any other franchise go and make such like decisions on the field, sit with the captain, sit with the coach, and tell them what is to be done, what is not to be done. Like being a KKR fan, I'd never see SRK doing this. Being like you see owners in the dugout, and that's where they're supposed to be, in the dugout, but not
Yeah,
with
but
the coach and captain and
Okay,
telling
that's
them.
see,
always been their thing,
I
right? That's been
mean,
a part of LSG's
you,
conversation for the last two years.
yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, I know maybe tactically he's not saying anything, but his presence is still annoying. Okay, but let's talk about the management part of it. Okay, if he thinks he
And
has
why doesn't Langer stop him?
no, no, leave this Langer. There are 29 coaching staff for LSG.
Yeah.
29. How many players? 22. That means each player has at least 1.3, 1.4 coaches. So it's just so weird. 29 coaching staff. What are they doing,
Suren,
29 people?
when in the history of Sunrisers Hyderabad, because you follow Sunrisers Hyderabad, who has been the most disliked coach?
Most disliked coach.
Or let
Mm,
let's just
Fleming?
say
No.
let's just
Fleming
say
never
that
coached us.
there is this one coach
Mm.
because of whom certain players like Rashid Khan left SRH, right? And
I
I think
mean,
it was
Because
Trevor Bayliss comes into mind because he was most disruptive. I wouldn't say bad coach as such. He was the most disruptive to the whole team.
or just say it, Weber. Who is it?
no, even in the case of Trevor Bayliss, he had a huge coaching staff, right? Even in the case when RCB was not doing well, they had huge coaching staffs. You look at Mumbai, they have huge coaching staffs. Currently, at LSG, there is Tom Moody who is the coach, and in my analysis of whenever I've seen Tom Moody being the head coach, he has had disruptive tendencies within the team. He has made the team very unsettled within inside and has caused grievances within the players. I think David Warner and Rashid Khan at one point were not very comfortable with Tom Moody being the coach at SRH as well. So correct me, Suri, if I'm wrong, but I think Tom
Yeah, I
Moody
mean, it
being the
came
captain
to
was
Trevor Bayliss, but Tom Moody was a longest standing coach,
yeah.
and he was a person who got like Rashid and everyone into the team. So um, yeah, he was not the problem. The problem came with someone else after him. And then
But
once our Bayliss left, we tried getting Tom Moody, but the fact is everything was so damaged that even he couldn't fix it, and then we just moved on from them altogether. And then Vettori came in. So
Vettori. Vettori is the most celebrated SRH coach ever.
no, it's
okay,
still Tom Moody, man. Tom Moody he's changed. I mean, obviously Vettori got a new dimension to the whole team. He brought a lot of things, and he helped the world T20 teams as well because of the way the approach and everything. But the foundation was laid out by Tom Moody. So grateful for
okay,
that.
going from one mess to the other. Now this is my example of ordering for biryani and getting a pulao. And here we have Mumbai Indians, who had all the ingredients, who had the best of the best ingredients. Four captains in their squad, best bowler in the world, Rohit Sharma, Quinton de Kock, Ryan Rickelton, Surya Kumar Yadav, and more in their batting lineup. And still they could not get to a rank higher than number 9. Now, just several things to discuss over here. But for starters, do any of you see Hardik Pandya being the captain again next year?
I don't see Hardik Pandya. Have you seen Hardik Pandya recently? Like, he's not Hardik Pandya. He's just another all-round middle order batsman. He's not
Too much
being
friction
Hardik
for it
Pandya.
to go forward.
So no.
Too much
The
friction.
follow-up
And
question
thing
to
is,
this,
the friction started 2024.
There's friction
Just
talking
three
about
years.
Mumbai also right now.
Just 3 years in forward. If you're talking
Yeah.
about one season, then so okay. 2024 was bad, understandable. Then
No,
2025
it's been
happened,
10th qualifier to
equally bad.
10th. Ninth,
And
yeah.
now this happened again. So that means now it's getting to a point where the friction is just. And I'll tell you one thing, okay? How much ever the fact that Mumbai Indians were number 9th, you can't keep blaming Hardik Pandya forever. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like it's not just him.
It's just not
Everybody
fun
was
anymore,
defeated.
okay?
yeah,
2024, I understand, okay, maybe the whole team management did
They
something,
took the least
and then
wicket,
Hardik
hit the
Pandya
least sixes.
took the scapegoat, is fine, understandable. Last year, tactically, is not that good, all fine. But this year, man, you just can't keep blaming for every single thing that happens. There are
so,
other
so
players also in the
second,
team, there's a management.
just over here, do we think that MI is going for a complete overhaul of their squad now, or do they wait one more year, hope for a performance in the next year, and then in the mega auction look for overhaul?
They
Because
can't overhaul
I
completely
think
No,
because
it's not been Mumbai's way to overhaul. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna give this another season. Maybe without probably without Hardik Pandya. They
no,
would
they
need a
have to. The
replacement.
only thing they'll change next year will be the captain. The team changes will happen in the mega auction anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
next year it's going to be
Do
the
you
team
expect a
captain.
Cameron Green Hardik Pandya swap between KKR and MI?
I don't think KKR will let Cameron Green go at this point, and I don't think Hardik Pandya. Although I love Hardik Pandya and would love to see him in KKR,
Exchanging
I
liabilities at this
don't
point of time, man.
I
There's
don't
no.
think KKR is going to go for a player like Hardik Pandya.
The
Like
only team I
KKR,
feel who needs a captain is two teams. I feel who needs a captain right now is KKR and maybe Chennai.
LSG. No,
no,
Chennai
but
is
No,
fine.
Chennai.
KKR, I
LSG is
think
too much of investment.
we have a captain in our squad, and that is Rinku Singh. Like we'll get to that when we get to that, but KKR don't need a captain from outside.
Rinku Singh as captain. This is interesting.
Hmm.
A higher paycheck. What are you doing?
No, paycheck can be same. It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, the
No,
Who's
who is the
circumstances
captain
haven't
for
bode
Mumbai?
well.
Who is the captain for Mumbai?
Who's the
Sorry?
captain? I would
Yeah,
say
Ah,
go Tilak.
Bumrah. No, Bumrah. I would say Bumrah.
Go
I would go
Tilak.
with Bumrah as well.
I'll tell you why no Bumrah. Because the next year itself, we'll have a World Cup coming. I don't think Bumrah should not play all the games in
No, no,
IPL.
no, no, no. That's up to
Yeah.
him. That's up to him. But the offer should be made.
Bro, it's not
Like
up to
I'm telling
him.
you, he has to be the first choice.
Okay, I
And
mean,
if Bumrah is
the
made
first
the
agreement,
offer, I
then
think
okay.
he'll take it. because Bumrah has made it public that he wants to be
Made it
captain.
clear. He's made it very clear. Like this should have happened a long time
I know,
before.
but I'm telling you the reason why they haven't picked Bumrah before as well is because of the fact that there's a chance that he might not play all the games. As simple as that.
Agreed,
True, but
Sentimentally,
agreed.
listen,
But
I love Bumrah as well,
but
man.
the
I mean,
guy who's
I
playing
wanted
all
to
the games is doing jack shit anyway. Like
yeah, so it
I
was same
understand.
chance
See,
with
I'm
Pat
coming from a
Cummins
very
also.
logical point of view here. I'm talking about a logical point of view from a management side. I'm not saying that, I'm anti-Boomer or something like that. I'm just saying
I get it,
how they
Surya.
think.
But the same
watch your
argument could
comments.
have been made for Pat Cummins, who will not play all games, but he's still the captain, and he's still an excellent captain, both for Australia and for Sunrisers Hyderabad. And I think when it is T20, it is easier for him to play, even if he doesn't play all 14 matches, even if he plays 10, 11 matches,
Bro,
he
you
can
ask the
still
same
make
question to me. I'll tell the same thing. Next year, Pat might not be a full-time captain at all. He's playing India series 5 test matches before IPL and Ashes after IPL.
it.
Yeah, so logically, I'm telling, like, I love Pat
So you
Cummins.
see, do you see Ishan Kishan then taking it over and
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it
because it's slowly
for
being
the entire
introduced in the
season?
setup. It's slowly being there. Like it's starting to get the feel of it, feel of things, the team vibe and team everything. Like he's getting there. So I think even Pat, his role right now is to ensure that he be in the scheme of things, and that's how it works. That's it. There's sometimes in a team management, we feel as fans, we're very sentimental about things, and we feel we have our own pecking order in our head, but somehow they think what's longevity wise, the next 5 years, how can we do? Same as Sanjeev Goenka. Why do you think he is pushing Rishabh Pant so much? He thinks Rishabh Pant is going to be the next 5-10 years for the team, which again might backfire
Will
completely
not happen
badly.
though.
It is backfiring,
It
but
is backfiring already, but somehow he wins three on the next 7 or 8. Suddenly, Goenka feel like, okay, I've done the right thing. So you never know. These things are just you just leave it to the hands of
lords, the cricket lords.
yeah.
Okay, now moving on to team number 8 on the points table, and it is uh, Mahendra Singh Dhoni's Chennai Super Kings. And because there was no number 7
Mahendra Singh
playing,
Dhoni, Nitish Kumar's the Ramayana.
yes. So because it was
Maybe he's
no number 7 playing for CSK, they have come to number 8 on the points table. Um,
uh,
what do we think is happening here? Did CSK leave their comeback for too late? Did they never show up? What's happening, Manny?
No, no, no. I think it's a very short story with Chennai. Started off okay. Then their balance act, they looked like they were in control, and then injury after injury after injury after injury after injury. Like this
it's not bad
squad,
actually.
this squad had a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
just I don't think Mahendra Singh Dhoni was supposed to play. I think I do sort of I'm buying into that conspiracy theory of the Etihad Airways thing. Because I don't think anything else makes sense. He's not
Not
the
just
kind of person, and
prime
in
sponsors, the other
historically he's
sponsors
not
as
been the
well.
kind of person who does this.
The ground itself, and then he's also a part stake in Chennai's team anyway.
Yeah,
So
I mean, Chennai without these injuries would have been a totally different squad. I'm telling you, they had a good chance of making it through,
hey, one or two
but
injuries
it's
is
just too
self-inflicted.
many.
The Ayush Matre injury, it was self-inflicted. So sometimes
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
have logical
I'm not saying
leadership there.
whether self-inflicted or God-given. Like it's been a bad season.
God-given injury.
Jamie Overton was God-given. Jamie
It's,
Overton was just इस साल तुमको बैन नहीं किया क्योंकि लीगल इश्यूज ये भगवान से ले लो basically.
I think the only
So
good
yeah,
thing about CSK this year was Sanju Samson, who performed in spurts. He was not overall consistent, but when he performed well. And
yeah, yeah.
a major
It became
concern,
clear the day he performs, the team wins. It was like that.
yeah, and the major concern for me looking at CSK is that their current captain is again someone who is not giving me a lot of confidence. And Ruturaj Gaikwad, whenever Mahatre was playing and he was fit, Matre was a better option to open than Ruturaj Gaikwad himself. That's what I felt. And Matre's performance until he played was better than Gaikwad. So I think Gaikwad as a captain and as a batter was not adding much to the team. And Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed, their partnership started blooming late as spinners. If only they played together from the beginning, maybe they could have had a few more wins. But that's the story of CSK. I think there's not much more from my end. Anything from you, Suri? Your favorite side, CSK?
I mean, your team is
Surya
as
on
good as
CSK.
the captain's form, to be honest.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah,
no captain's form. Not like it's bad form. He's deliberately going out of his way to make it sure it's going to be bad. Like his strike rate is just, oh my God, that's one of the lowest strike rates I've ever seen in the whole of IPL. And he's
yeah,
been the primary contributor to it. But the one good thing about CSK is they are good for the future. They have very good picks in terms of
yeah.
Karthik, Urvil, Prashant.
Orville was very good.
Yeah, so I think in terms of their future succession planning, these guys are good. And even the bowling, I know Kamboj and everyone didn't finish the way they wanted to finish, but still talent is talent. And I feel for the future, they're fine. But the future can only begin when you get rid of the
Move
dead
on.
weight in the team.
Yeah,
First dead weight being MS Dhoni.
Yeah. No,
Remove him.
Thala should
I
just
mean,
put
I
it on
don't know what
Instagram
else.
so the fans are happy. I think he told CSK already, but he can just
Yeah.
put it on Instagram and tell them. But I
yeah.
think
He
he's pretty
should
much
just put
gone.
up another video reel like he did for
Yeah,
India
yeah.
announcement.
As of this, consider me retired. But that should be like before the IPL began this year.
Yeah. So just
Okay, now
because
moving on
when you
to
go to when you go to a ground, you see all the fans, and most of them are just after one person, and the team itself
Bro,
feel like
you
what are we
just
doing?
realized the sponsor was also after that one person. It
yeah,
wasn't just the fans.
Yeah,
So
but no, the fans again. See, I'll tell you. Okay, the fans again are very okay. You understand as an RCB fan. So most of the time, it's about that one person, which somehow the other team members feel like, oh my god, can be too much pressure for them, or can be low pressure at all. So
no,
somehow
now
I
I
just
think
feel
RCB is moving on from the Virat idea. I think
yeah, because
there is
once Virat Kohli
like
left the captaincy, RCB thrived, so they're okay with
yeah,
it. And Rajat
yeah. We
Patidar has
moved
been
on from
one
that idea.
phenomenal captain. Like I was telling you, this guy has been great the last couple of seasons. So you can't complain anymore. And they did complain too, if you
yeah,
remember
they did.
things
They did, yeah.
exactly. It's the only team. Okay, Mumbai after Rohit
Rohit
left
Sharma. Yeah.
went into shit. Chennai after MS left went into shit. Only RCB is the one when Virat left. RCB is thriving. So it's just that's a funny thing about game. Suddenly you don't know things just work out like that, and even Virat Kohli right, was playing so freely, man. He's just like, listen, I don't have any worries, and also I have a cup now, so fuck it. I'll just play like the way I want to, and doing well.
Yeah, man. All
Speaking,
right.
speaking Speaking of Virat Kohli and his great performance, I'm going to talk about a team that performed relatively well in the second half of the tournament, and that is KKR. They, up until the last day, had a small chance to qualify. Um, what do we think of KKR? And did KKR finally figure things out, but a little too late? What do you think, Manny? What do you think?
I I really think a seven is a lower place than KKR deserved this season. They came back really strong. I personally value performances in the second half of the season more than the first half. And I thought KKR were really strong in that second half. Like along with, I think the team was good, and I think the core of that was Cameron Green bowls. These people get their balance back. They know how to do the rest.
Hmm.
Cameron Green doesn't bowl. KKR is a headless chicken. Like you don't know what the hell's happening anymore.
But
So
also
No,
it's
that didn't matter at
almost
all. Cameron Green
it's
bowling in
almost
the end.
unfair to expect a team to recover from 1 point from 6 matches. E-
yeah,
Even though KKR had a shot and RCB showed that you can do it last year, like they did it.
no,
So
but the
RCB,
other conditions around RCB were also very favorable. With
yeah.
KKR, that wasn't the case. They did the exact same number of wins. It's just the conditions were so different that instead of four, it's a seven.
Hi Nishant, and thanks for texting this.
Don't,
We
Nishant,
will
don't.
get to this.
Nishant, we
We
don't
will,
say. We will not talk.
yes, no, we
I
will
will
get
say.
to this, but towards
I will
No,
the
say.
you will
second.
not say.
Bye.
Nobody will say. We are going to hold our breaths.
Okay.
You're not RCB fan, but I can
I'm
say as a
I'm
neutral
heavily
fan.
afraid. I'm heavily afraid. I am not.
Okay,
I
let's
am
quickly
afraid to
say it.
say I
Let's
am
quickly
sitting
say
there.
it.
Listen,
Suren, who do you think? Is it?
logically speaking, it's RCB because of the
Yeah,
fact that they're playing in Dharmashala, which is very conducive to the squad that RCB has.
yeah.
And if it's Ahmedabad, I would have told GT by now, but it is not. So RCB has a great chance. and I feel they're not just going to win. I think they're going to dominate today.
Same for me because GT's play style is very stable, but it is not. They're not a team that can blow you out. They are
Yeah.
going to score a respectable 190 to 200, 210, and then their bowling is going to dominate. But that becomes difficult when you are playing against a side like RCB, who has not just class and pedigree, but also like raw power in terms of Phil Salt, who will play tonight.
Also, the
So
pitch,
we
Vaibhav.
shall
I
see.
feel Dharmshala is. I know they're good bowlers, but to extract things from Dharmshala, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, Suri, coming back to KKR's late resurgence, you have any thoughts on KKR?
Hey, KKR, I feel they've done mistakes like what LSG has done in terms of their batting order.
Yeah.
More on the top order. I'm not saying in the middle order and everything because their middle order is still equally good. The top order, I just feel, I know you can't put Rahane anywhere, but also you're just denying the fact that a certain high power batsman are not in the squad. Sometimes they've been rotated so often that you just feel like if you have a really good set batsman as openers, that really makes a very big change,
Yeah.
especially in power play and everything. And the times when KKR won, it was with Finn Allen's brilliance. Now add someone else who can support him in the middle league stage and everything. It would have
I
been
thought,
even
but
better.
Rahane won't let it happen.
Rahane
Yeah.
tried, man. Rahane is a good captain, but again, you somehow feel his contribution to batting is just on and off. So it's always going to be
Okay.
Yeah, and
difficult in a
Ankush
team like that.
Raghuvanshi's loss really hit them. Like that was a really bad blow. Otherwise, I think KK might have had a bigger shot.
He
So
just missed one
being
game, but by the time Ankrish not playing the last one game didn't matter to them anyway. KK would have still
Yeah,
not made it. So there's no
yeah.
like thinking
being
about
the
there's no point.
resident KKR fan, the issue that KKR predominantly had, okay, every team has injuries. Every team has injuries. But KKR specifically, after Harshit Rana got injured, after Pathi Rana wasn't coming, and after the debacle about Mustafizur Rahman, they had no backup in terms of bowling. So when Cameron Green uh, did not get the NOC to bowl in the beginning, that really impacted KKR's overall bowling efforts. And then also like Varun Chakravarti was not finding any form of rhythm. So as I'm saying this, I'm also realizing that this is problem after problem, which is self-inflicted. All these problems are self-inflicted by KKR. So at a point, I would say KKR did not deserve to qualify. But that being said, their resurgence in the late half of the tournament was still fun to watch.
Yeah,
As
lots of
Varun
as
was
outtakes.
bowling with a broken fucking thumb and toe, man. I mean, at this point of
yeah,
time, what is the dedication? I don't
सब
understand.
कुछ ही
I'm
लुटा.
not sure if you all have ever seen Bengali movies, okay? Bengali movies are a little more on the artistic side of things. I'm very like driven by the script and art and everything.
Interested to know where he's
So,
going with this.
yeah, yeah. So
Artificial something.
KKR's performance was almost like a Bengali film, okay? Because
Or
it's
KK's performance was like Sandesh. KK's performance was like
I'll tell
Rasgulla.
you. I'll tell you. Why it's like a Bengali film is because when it starts, you don't know what's happening. You don't know what like where the match is gonna go, what's gonna happen. You have no idea. Then in the middle it gets interesting. Things are unfolding. And you're like, okay, this could be fun. And then at the end, you're left scratching your head that if this could happen, why didn't it happen sooner? So this is exactly what and that is exactly
uh,
what KKR did.
KKR is like Rabindranath Tagore's poems. One of them is on national duty.
Sure.
Hey, to be honest, okay, I'll tell you, the current month has been life changing for the state of West Bengal.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to think about, think about it.
They have had a better May than any other state in India.
Bro, April,
Very, very true.
contrast, April में क्या हुआ? Like suddenly May में suddenly, bro, what is happening in
It's
Kolkata?
like
I
a
feel that
lotus.
happy.
It's like a lotus had just bloomed at
Oh,
such a
God.
beautiful time.
Okay,
Okay.
let's not go to
Talking about
Lotus.
KKR being consistent in a particular month, there was this team that was consistently inconsistent. I cannot particularly say whether they had a better May or whether they had a better April, but Delhi Capitals were overall just too reliant on KL Rahul. Was there any other issue that you can
Oh
look
yes.
at?
Oh yes.
Is it
Several
Oh
other
yeah,
issues.
yeah. There are few
Why
issues.
was Abhishek Porel your impact player? Under what jurisdiction of mental instability did you decide that?
No, 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 no. I'll tell you
Why?
why. I'll tell you why. Okay, it's because when you have a seasoned international player, right, you pay enough money on him, and then the guy comes to play. So how many chances do you think that person should get? His name is Patum Nisanka, and Patum Nisanka is been a stellar performer for DC. Now let's think about in a DC perspective. Okay, sitting as DC team management, he comes first 4 games, he has 150 performance, and the next 3 games he hasn't performed well. Now will you remove him then, or will you keep playing him?
Look, it's clear that DC management are all in unhappy marriages because none of them know how to break up.
No, the thing
So,
is, they always felt like, okay, let's keep pushing, and let's keep pushing. And they felt like, okay. And also, there's one thing you realize with all of the teams, okay. The opening pair, one of them will always be a foreigner. It's just, I don't know why the template is like that. And they always feel like, okay, let's just go with one foreign player at top of
I
the
think a
order.
lot of IPL data is just coming from well work for Kohli.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the fact is, they've stuck with some choices for too long, like little too long,
Yeah.
I feel. They should have just disrupted after a while, but they haven't. And the fact is,
Yeah.
you also have the next order of players coming. Nitish Rana played few games, but then he was dropped. And then Porel came 1 or 2 games here and there, was all fine. And then the order of the players who are coming, Akshar Patel somehow came in number 4, number 5 sometimes, some came in number 7 at sometimes.
Akshar Patel, my God, dude, what is he
Again,
doing in that squad?
keep mixing things up so much, and you just keep you
Aksar
just
Patel
keep
is
playing
Delhi's
Zen,
local frog. Like he just keeps hopping up and down that fucking batting order.
you keep playing Zenga with the whole team. Suddenly, you understand the fact that no one knows what to do. Like
Yeah.
you always say Samson did well, KL Rao did well, everything because they know what to do because they are not getting changed from that order no matter what. So that's exactly why they're doing
Yeah.
well because they suppose let's say tomorrow
I
KL
feel
Rao
like
is being changed so often, and then even he would have fucked up.
yeah, yeah. I feel like a huge part of DC season was also like they went into the season with the wrong set of tools. Like they went with a flexible batting order in a tournament which has impact player rule. Like you really don't need all of that extra this thing because you will only use one of
The,
those things.
the bowling also has not been good at all.
The
They
Dude,
somehow
captains,
Stark was
yes,
bowlers
missing. I
will
would
as
say
a
they
once
captain
Stark came
will
in, they were a
utilize
lot better.
everything.
no the bowlers are not completely a T20 brand of bowlers. Like if you understand the certain bowlers in the team which is very ODI setup or even a test setup if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying out loud. They're not T20 setup at all. And especially when they're playing 6 games in Delhi, 7 games in Delhi, you need to have strike bowlers. And they didn't have
yeah.
strike bowlers at all.
None,
And I just
zero.
feel like their combinations were just
I
completely
think
not. And they had
I
a
think
team.
it's it's fair to say that DC was the most frustrating team this season because at the end of the day, they lost out by just 2 points. One win
Yeah,
here or there could have made them qualify. And they were close. Like there was one game, I think they lost by 1 run. There was another game where Lungi and Gidi was injured, like he had a concussion, so he could not bowl. So they missed it by a whisker. It could
again,
easily have been
self-inflicted
very
stuff.
self-inflicted stuff. Yeah.
So
So
like,
most of it is a captaincy concern as well, because I think another captain who was a little more experienced than Akshar Patel could have navigated the situation a little better. So
but who?
that,
That team
that
doesn't have like. Okay, would you say KL Rahul as captain instead of Akshar then?
yeah, yeah,
I
definitely,
wouldn't put KL Rahul as captain
No,
then.
but
definitely.
that's what KL Rahul himself told. I don't want captaincy. They offered him
Yeah,
first.
Yeah,
that's
he
that's
doesn't.
Like
that's the separate thing. So
he's like
KL
ran there.
can, hmm. so KL cannot be the captain, but as a captain, KL would be much better than Akshar. Is my take.
Fair.
Uh, Now, coming to another team that had an amazing April but an abysmal May, and that is Punjab Kings. They had a brilliant start.
The
They
interest team
had,
1K.
They had, I think, 7 consecutive wins, but then 6 consecutive losses. But what's standing out more is they had 15 dropped catches, and
That is
that I think
Drop
was
the catch, drop the match,
elite drop
drop the
catches, man. I
tournament.
mean, I haven't seen someone be unbeaten in the first 7 games and lose six.
Bro, this team was playing inside edge. It wasn't even playing in the IPL. I swear to God. Like everything from like girlfriend scandal to like किसी ने किसी को पेल दिया to यूजी चहल की बनती नहीं है श्रेयस अय्यर से to रिकी पॉन्टिंग सिर्फ ऑस्ट्रेलियंस को अंदर घुसा रहा है. मतलब इनसाइड आउट के 6 सीजन में इतना स्कैंडल और ड्रामा नहीं हुआ जितना पंजाब किंग्स के एक सीजन में हो गया. From like, oh my God, everything's working for them to like, oh my God, nothing's working. Like, अर्शदीप वाइड्स आर नो लॉन्गर अप्रिशिएटेड. पहले बोल रहे थे कि हाँ ठीक है, अगर 6 रन देते हैं, 4 रन वाइड है तो दे दो. अब कहता है अबे 4 वाइड क्यों डाल रहा है, एक छक्का मार खत्म कर मैच.
And
तो
the bowlers found the right time to lose form, all of them together. And the batters,
एवरीबॉडी हम जा
especially
रहे
Priyan,
हैं.
chose the right time to just stop performing at all.
चेकआउट. आई
Like
डोंट नो
he
व्हाट
was like,
हैपेंड टू दिस टीम ब्रो. लाइक आई जस्ट डोंट अंडरस्टैंड.
I'll tell you why. I
and
feel the pressure came up to them. They feel like they need to stick to their unbeaten streak.
Maybe after 6 wins they were expecting Parante and then Zinta didn't make any, so they were like fuck this shit.
I think almost all of us had Punjab Kings in our top four. So it was at the beginning of the tournament because on paper they are the defending champions. They had a good side, but and they started off so well. So it was disappointing to see Punjab not convert this. Um, and for me,
Just feedback.
had Rajasthan not pulled it off in the last day, we would still be having Punjab Kings qualifier. So it was that close, but at the end of the day, like someone great said, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. So
Exactly. Like Punjab just, I don't know what happened to this team, dude. Even on paper now they are fine. Like you look
yeah,
at Cooper Connolly, you've got like Arshdeep, you've got like Juicy, you've got
they
like
had a very
Shreyas
good
Iyer,
opening
you've got all
partnership.
kinds of good shit.
Rayan Sharia and
Prab Simran,
Rayan
that was like
Simran,
Prab
yeah.
Simran. But like Prab Arya. But it's like
Prabharia,
th-
yeah.
they are both newcomers and they're both uncapped, I think. No, wait, Priyansh Arya has an India cap now, right?
No, I don't think so. They're both
So they're
uncapped.
both uncapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's amazing that the record of these uncapped players are doing so well and they're absolutely bottling it up is just crazy. It's crazy. The least
Okay, now
expected number five.
now we're slowly getting into the top four, and the first team in the top four, we have at number four Rajasthan Royals. So at
Rajasthan Royals should
Rajasthan,
be in jail for child labor.
pretty much, because I think uh, most of their runs, a good chunk of their runs have come from this one kid who has scored at a strike rate of 236 and has scored 583, or as Manny says, 236 at 583. Uh, and
Soon, inshallah. Soon, soon.
He had just hit 236 with sixes. Hey, check.
and
Maybe it's true. He's got 53 sixes this season.
yes, 50, and that is just six behind Chris Gale, by the way. So
He's
you
Needs
never
seven.
know.
15.
He might have 2, 3 more games
But I
to
love the goal he has. He has a goal of hitting 200 in T20. That's
200.
what he
Yeah.
said.
No, but let's look beyond just Vaibhav Suryavanshi, because we have Jofra Archer who was bowling at over 150 this tournament. We have Ravi Bishnoi who took 10 wickets and then never played a game after that. We have we have Sandeep Sharma who bowled well at the beginning of the tournament, did not play again.
And never seen again.
We have Rian Parag, who has scored runs on and off, but he keeps saying that I will go with my gut, whether that makes me win or makes me lose. I will make decisions with my gut. And they have a couple of players, including Rian Parag and Jadeja, who are
Someone
playing
famously said,
just
I'm
16
not out of
inches.
form, I'm out of runs.
No, but
So
dude, honestly, like this season, Rajasthan's silent killer has been Jurel. Like,
550 runs, I think.
despite all of it, all of the spotlight being around Suryavanshi, I think Jurel has done a lot of heavy lifting for Rajasthan this season, and people aren't appreciating him enough.
Hmm.
Uh, So yeah, definitely one of the silent ones. Because Jofra is loud with all his gold. Whereas Suryavanshi is loud with how old. But like Dhruv Jurel is just doing things like like a worker, like a 9 to 5. Coming in,
Jurel is
hitting the
doing
runs, taking care of
everything
50s,
what
taking care of
Hitesh
team.
Sharma aims to do, but not able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening
Dhruv
because
Jurel is what even Rajat Patidar has not
the
lived
up
up to
and
this
coming
season. Like
Indian
Dhruv Jurel is doing better.
wicketkeeper, yeah, up and coming Indian wicketkeeper wants to have that impact. So Jurel is the only one who's able to get that impact so far. Not
Yeah,
Pant,
man.
not Jitij. Jitij is like is the only. Uh, I wouldn't say now because they still have a couple of games left for RCB, but so far he's been that person who's just the only one who's not performing. Like to be honest, everyone else
No, no, no,
performing.
no, no. He's the same as that 83 ka keeper. Uh, it's just he's good keeper,
Sai
but probably a number nine. Yeah, probably a number nine. Like I appreciate he's done some really good keeping this season. Like he's gotten stumpings that are nice. He's gotten like taking good catches behind the
Maybe the
wicket. So it's
only
like it's good.
player in a team who prays for top order collapse. The
And
only
it's happening
person
also. Hey fucker, it's happening also, and he's not coming.
he was praying for it. So tell him to stop praying for it first.
Okay, wait. We're going too far. We're going too far. We were on Rajasthan.
Rajasthan Royals.
Yes, a team that should be in jail because being carried by 15-year-old.
No, and someone was
Um,
vaping on the field as well, so could be because of that as well.
off the
Archer
field in the dressing room.
dedication suddenly is next level. I've seen last game Archer was doing everything. He was batting, he was fielding, he was bowling. Not
Anderson.
just not normal batting. He was actually batting at like 200 strike rate or something, and then his fielding is putting his body on the line. And this is on top of him saying, "I'm not playing the Test series in England."
Yeah,
Like, imagine saying that, and they are all pissed off. ECB is just like really pissed off, saying that you are a test contract player. What do you mean you won't play the test? And he was just like, no, I need some break because I've played IPL. I've been playing IPL, and when I finish IPL, I need a break.
Hmm.
So there's going to be a lot of disruptions that this league will cause in the future, especially when they're trying to increase the number of games. But Archer, he decided, okay, if I'm staying in Rajasthan Royals, might as well give everything because, anyways, I've told I'm not playing the test match after this. So there's no point of saving myself. There's
Yeah.
no something.
No,
Yeah,
but he's
so he
done
just
really well. He's pretty much been their MVP this season.
yeah, and also the bowlers, even though let's say Sandeep Sharma has stopped performing, and then there's Vijay Sharma who's coming and performing here and there, and he's good line, good length, and everything. So I just feel they are somehow scraping through. There's no
Yeah.
even though when you have Vaibhav Suryavanshi Archer, you feel like they should have a dominant win. They're not having dominant win. They're just crossing that line by a margin, which is going to be difficult in the playoffs. But you never know. On a
And
good day, if they're doing
that should
well.
actually lead us into the number three, actually, now that Suri already hit the topic of them facing
Oh,
yeah.
difficulty in playoffs. Let's
It's
talk
it's
about who
like
will give them that difficulty. Who will give them the
it's
difficulty,
it's
yeah?
you never
like
know. You never know. Trust
on
me.
points. In terms of points alone, SRH has the most number of points, most number of points, along with the top two. It's just a shame that because of net run rate you could not get into the top two, but it is
And we
good that
tried.
it's a three-way tie for the
Turns
most
out the
number of
other
points.
team is just not able to try for their win.
Yeah.
They were just like, fuck it. They parked the bus. They were like, can't move from here. But it's okay. Part of the game. And I was also pissed off
नहीं
about
घुसने
it.
देंगे
I'm just like,
बहन
what?
चोद नहीं घुसने देंगे 2016 फिर से होगा
Yeah. And not just after the game, okay. So after the game, for the first 1 2 days, there's obviously whenever some Kohli does something, there's always going to be a lot of rage between his fans and
It's
everything.
too funny.
Yeah, it's a point now. It has come to a point where I can see it on my news here in Australia because the comments are so vile that they're giving rape threats to the whole family of Travis said. So much that they're talking about undressing the girl who's 5 6 years old and raping her and everything. And imagine you see on TV and these comments are being shown, like, on the TV saying that this is what's happening and everything. And you just feel, bro, where are we heading? Like, It's just so fucking sad. And that's exactly why I feel you can't control the number of people we have and the fans. They're all going to be
Yeah,
stupid.
man, it's a crazy fan base
And we
sometimes.
can't even say Kohli fans, Rohit fans, and everything. Somehow they're all fans, end of the day. So we really can't say that. But I just feel as players, if you're going to have a sledging on the ground, when you finish all the sledging, just shake your hand and just walk off. That's it. There's nothing much to be
Arey,
done.
bro, there's no this thing. Like,
Bro,
okay, look, it's
I,
not
I,
like Kohli's behaved differently. He's been this player always. It's just that, yeah, the fan following is really this thing, but if you want
I'm
him to
getting a
have that
call.
on his mind every
Give me a
time he
minute.
walks out, yeah. I'm just saying, if you want that to have, if you want him to worry about his fan base every time he walks out on the field, he will never be able to play. So
Yeah.
obviously, all the actions he takes are actions that he takes purely on. This is what I feel. The fan base does things after that. It's not. I don't think you can blame him
Can't
for
be
it.
held accountable for that.
Yeah.
But coming back to the core point, SRS getting to the top four, I think it was really crazy how they made a comeback into the season because everyone was criticizing their bowling. They identified the issue right at the beginning. After the fourth or fifth match, they got in new players. They got in a Dubey. They got in Ishan Malinga was already there, but he started performing. They dropped to Natkat. They dropped Harshal Patel, and they started bringing in performances. And sometime like around then, Abhishek Sharma also found form, and yeah, the batting clicked, and they just started putting runs, defending runs, chasing runs. They did it all. So I think that was a good
SRS
comeback.
might be the most dangerous squad of the season right now. Like in terms
Yeah.
of pure like hammer on power, that is like, and also the fact that these people are gonna be really angry coming into like the playoffs. Like
So
the whole squad is gonna be gunning, so it's gonna be fun.
Manny, a crazy stat is that uh, SRH there is Hendrik Klassen who has I think scored around 580
600
runs,
and he's over
609.
600 now.
Yes, and he is the only batter in the history of
Number
the IPL
4,
to do it at number four. So that is insane,
brilliant,
right?
brilliant
And that
numbers.
is
What a season!
after a top three that includes Travis Head, that includes Abhishek Sharma,
Abhishek
that
and
includes Ishan.
Ishan and Abhishek and Ishan are in the running for orange cap. It's not like these two have failed.
Yeah.
These two have not failed. Like they have
No,
done really well.
okay. Travis hasn't had the season that Travis usually has,
Nobody's
but he
still
has scored
averaging
at a rate
28.
of
That's not a
160.
bad this thing. Like,
Yeah, and he's scored at 160. So it's not that he's
yeah,
had a bad season. It's that everyone has performed, and still Klassen has made 609 runs, which is
averaging
like,
over
yeah.
55, 60 right now. He's averaging around 60 every game. It's mad. It's mad numbers.
And,
And like,
and Klassen could easily get
Oh, God.
to, yeah. Klassen could easily get to that 700 mark, which we discussed, I think, two episodes back.
oh yeah,
The
yeah,
rest
yeah, yeah, yeah.
run under 700.
We see
Didn't I tell
Klassen crossing
you?
700 without a sweat.
Didn't I tell you? It's being made easy after we became third because now we
Yeah.
have more games
But now you
somehow.
have to win tomorrow.
You'll have
Fingers
to win
crossed.
tomorrow. You're
That
gonna have
kid,
to win the
bro.
qualifier too, and then you have to get to the final and win that.
It's okay. We've
Thankfully,
done it
these guys
before.
have experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
We've
that's
done
what
it
I said.
before. Tomorrow
I
is only
think
one
so.
issue, man. The kid.
We
Hmm.
just discussed that on paper currently. SRH looks really strong because their entire batting
I think they
order.
only have one Achilles heel. I think they only have that one Achilles heel. It's batting post Nitish Kumar Reddy. It's that. Like that. I think that is their big weak point. But even to drag them to that point, you
No,
really
I
need to
feel
like
I'll tell
put
you
in a
why.
hard effort.
There's one consideration about that. After Nitish, hopefully comes Salil, and
Hmm.
Salil has finished. Like he's finished with 300 strike rate, at least 4 games. So I feel he has not got a lot of batting time, but whenever he got batting time, he just finished. And also we have Smaran. I don't know if Smaran's going to play tomorrow or not. He's a stabilizer, but also he has had a very good domestic. So I just feel in quality of batting after Nitish, it's good. But that's the thing, in a T20 team, you say the openers are the ones who get you all the runs, and if you have good openers, you're fine. And both openers are out, you'll be gone. But then after that, we have Vishan Kishan. So top three are good, and top four Klassen is there, and top five Nitish Kumar Reddy. So when you have top five good batters in a T20 team, I feel you don't need to look more ahead and think that okay, number six is a problem, number seven is a problem. I just feel if top five are not clicking on that pitch somehow, that means yeah, there's no way we're
Yeah.
winning anyway. So there's no
No, and
point.
the
And
top five have to make the majority of the runs anyway. Uh,
yeah,
if you get beyond that top five, then you deserve to like get beyond the top five as well. Like
yeah, and
it is
also
hard to take
Sully.
those wickets.
Yeah, Sully is a good
So
finisher, and also Pat Cummins. Like somehow people don't realize it about Pat is he seems like a complete bowler, but he's a very good all rounder. Like he's
yeah,
done things with bat, which he's
guys,
got 50 to 14
made
balls,
a
man. So
14 ball 50 for KKR.
yeah,
I'm
I
bringing in
mean,
KKR over here, but yeah,
I'm still confident that if in the final, it takes a lot more than that, dude, to like play. So I'm excited to see how your newcomers do. It's a final for them. Like for Hossein, like these guys, Praful Hinge, like these guys have never seen IPL playoffs. They've never seen IPL games until like midway through the season. Now they're in the playoffs. So it's gonna be
oh,
really
yeah.
interesting to see how they adapt.
I feel that's the thing about our setup, it never feels like a very big pressure game or something. Everyone wants to go just play freely, and that's what the management is all about in SRH. They're just like, just go play, man, just have fun. And same way these two introduced were, Rajasthan Royals won like five in a trot as well. Initially, remember in the
Hmm.
month of April and everything, and then our bowling was not clicking, and then we just put out two new guys, and then be like, listen, both of you have the new ball,
One
go
in
execute.
five. I think SRH won 1 in 5 at the beginning, and then one in the first four. One in the first four,
1 and 4. And
and
then that's the
then
thing, like, I don't think there's any pressure on any of these guys. They've handled things, and yeah, that's one thing I love about my team. I don't feel they're going to be like really scared about it. And the fact is, if we do reach finals, the bowlers will actually be glad because it's Ahmedabad. So they feel like they see some purchase on the pitch. We just have to bowl well. We just have to copy what GT has done. Even though that same game we got them out for 160, we just need to figure out how GT has done little better than us. So we just need to copy the same template. And no harm copying from people like Rabada, Siraj, and everything because these guys are like really good in the game. So I think it's just learning, and I feel who does well on the given day. That's exactly why I'm telling
guys,
even Rajasthan has a very good chance tomorrow, even though we are very strong on paper.
yeah,
It's just that on a given day, if they're able to execute their plans well, then there's no stopping them.
this is exactly what I wanted to talk about right now because it is Rajasthan versus Sunrisers Hyderabad tomorrow, and we've already discussed the two teams. So, what do we think about this match, and how do we think it's going to pan out? I personally think that SRH is firm favorites. Rajasthan have a lot that is going wrong, but of course, you can never discount Suryavanshi and one day
Archer.
Jaiswal does well. But
Archer
yeah,
is gonna be really, really key in this game. Like he's basically like 70% of their entire
What I
bowling attack
see
in terms of
happening
strike
but
is
capability.
Archer has a poor matchup against Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah.
So
what I see is happening is okay, Abhishek Sharma, it's his home ground, so there's a very good chance. The last time he played on this game in the season, he got 77 of 25 balls. This is scoring 100 in a power play. So he
yeah,
knows this ground more than anyone else. So it's going to really the only consideration I'm think what I see happening is Pat is going to take the new ball against Suryavanshi and Jaiswal, and I feel that is where a wicket or two in the power play will set the game up. So Pat will take the onus, and he's going to be the one who's going to start coming into start at least 2 overs. I feel in the six overs, and then depending on if he gets out or not, and then continue after the power play as well. And I just feel Ishan Maling also will be a power play bowler tomorrow because usually we give him one in the power play and then later all in the like towards the end. But I just feel this pitch kind of operates slightly similar to Hyderabad in terms of how the stock ball reacts on the pitch and also slow ball reacts on the pitch and now the cutters. So I just feel there will be more of death ball bowling in the beginning. That's what I feel. And how
Damn.
Vaibhav counters this is going to be very interesting because he knows what's coming, but he knows there won't be any pace for him to work with. So how he is going to utilize is going to be very interesting. It's similar to how we've tackled Priyan Charya and everything. Some double bluff games or single bluff, whatever it is, somehow changed the thinking of the batter. So should be interesting. I just feel few bluffs that's going to happen in terms of the power play bowling, and also few death bowling antics, and the stock balls coming. And I
I
think
think
we'll only
it's
have
going
one
to be.
area.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this match tomorrow is going to be one to watch out
But fun
for.
for you now, bro. Not fun for me. My
See,
ass
from
will
a
be on the
neutral
line
point
thinking
of view,
50-year old or
this
something.
this game is going to be won or lost in the power play. I know the game is long,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
both teams they kill the power play in terms of batting.
yeah,
Both teams kill the power play. So whoever bowls better, bats better in the power
pretty
play,
much.
wins the game there is likely going to win the match. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, yeah. The first 6 overs for both innings. I
Interestingly,
want to define it.
last time we met, Rajasthan, like Vaibhav scored 135 balls and they still lost. So
Yeah. Just
there's
by
still
the way, if
hopes.
anyone's wondering, if they win the toss, they're chasing tomorrow. Ain't nobody defending shit tomorrow.
And by
So
the way, the Vaibhav who scored that century was not me. It was another Vaibhav. So just pointing it out.
If you score a century in IPL, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
nice, nice. My
Don't worry.
last name is Sharma. I should do this every day.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay. Coming to Gujarat Titans, the top two now. Gujarat Titans, they have really performed exceedingly well this season, and I think none of us predicted them to be in the top four. I think no one on Crick Info, Crick Buzz, or any of those channels that we all follow predicted Gujarat to be in the top four. So them getting into the top four and then into the top two is somewhat of an upset because they've knocked other teams out to get there. What do we think is the case here? Is it their top three batting? Is it the fact that they've taken 82 wickets this tournament, the most by not 82, 102 wickets, sorry, this
100 and,
tournament?
100, yeah, that's what. They've
Yeah,
taken, I think,
it's the
112 or
most.
13.
Who's
Yeah.
who's
No,
top
By
100.
three?
a margin. Second,
Yeah,
third, and fourth are 82, 83, 84. So,
yeah.
like,
Who's
it's
second?
it's
They've
crazy.
taken a
RCB.
crazy amount of wickets this
Hmm.
tournament. Gujarat, they have the best bowling strike rate. They have the best bowling economy. They have given the lowest number of runs from over 16 to 20. So in terms of bowling, Gujarat has done everything right. But let's not forget, Sai Sudarshan has scored 638 runs. Shubman Gill has scored 616 runs. So their batting is also doing well. And while Sudarshan has made that in 14 innings, Gill has played 13 innings and made 616. So they're batting, and then there's Josh Butler. Then there is now Washington Sundar, who is performing in the middle order. And traditionally, they had a very poor middle order. They have Washington there now. They have Jason Holder there now,
Holder.
who is batting and bowling well. He was that missing link. He replaces, say, a Glenn Phillips and
Yeah.
is the middle order glue that is holding the
Yeah.
team together, that is providing the finishing runs. So Gujarat looks
Along with Rashid
scary.
Khan. He's got Rashid Khan there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So,
So Gujarat now looks scary. Manny, bef- before I go to you, I'll go to Suren here because he'll provide a neutral perspective. And Suren, what do you think is happening with GT?
Bowling, man. You always pick your team to the games you'll play at your home ground. You gotta play seven. In terms of Gujarat, you are going to play eight. So if you know you're gonna play seven games at one ground, that means you pick your team for that, and then exactly what they picked for the top three batters and the bowlers. So they just have to win 7 out of 7, right? And then win another game or two. It's exactly what they've done. And once they got into the groove where all the bowlers are bowling their lengths and everything's going perfectly well, and then they kind of took the momentum up, and then they've done really well. And we haven't seen this in the first month of IPL for GT. They were struggling in between. They were like what, fifth or sixth for a long time,
Yeah,
and then once and also if you realize most Ahmedabad games have been shifted from April to May. Like two games were shifted from April to May because of elections and everything. And also, it almost seemed like they had more games, home games, towards the end. Like if you see any other team, they would have played two games on the trot or something, and then one away or something. If you see Gujarat, they played majority of the games, home games, towards the end. The momentum really helped them, and then they knew the conditions really well as well. And yeah, the bowling is the top reason why. And then the batting, the top two, I won't even say top three. Butler hasn't performed like Butler should. It's just the top two for me. And somehow it clicked, but which is very interesting because they have very proper weakness now. They are going to play in Dharmshala today and New Chandigarh next game if they lose. So these two going to be very difficult for them because they're going to play in a pitch which is not conducive to them. So they might struggle, especially why tonight GT's biggest game is tonight, not even finals. Finals, I feel they are more confident about finals. They're not confident about Q1 for
Well, it's
sure.
home, yeah.
Yeah, so they just need to perform today, and somehow they lose today, and then either Rajasthan or SRH are going to take them away in the Q2 for sure because in New Chandigarh, both the teams will be playing. If you see, SRH and Rajasthan will be playing the same ground today and
Yeah.
also in Q2. So they will know conditions slightly better. I'm not saying a lot better, slightly better.
But
And
in Gujarat's case, that's made the difference all these
yeah,
games. So yeah.
but if Gujarat bowlers on these pacey pitches and the top order of Rajasthan or SRH coming in Q2, they are going to get blown off. So Gujarat's biggest game is tonight, and yeah, it should be interesting. And RCB knows their weakness. It's not even like it's very
Yeah.
evident what Gujarat's weakness is. It's not something
Yeah.
anyone has to go and analyze so much about it. It's very proper, very simple. But GT is just like this is a weakness. Do what you have to do. That's pretty much it.
While RCB knows what the weakness is with Gujarat, it's the case. It's been the case with every team knowing Gujarat's weakness, but somehow Gujarat have still not given those 2 3 wickets at the top to allow teams to come back in. And Manny, as a strong RCB batting lineup, which bowler are you afraid of right now as a RCB supporter? Is it a Kagiso Rabada, maybe a Siraj, who has been an RCB player?
I think it's
Who
a
are you?
two-pronged thing. I think Siraj definitely because of how much experience he has against RCB. I don't think Rabada is going to be an issue. Both Salt and Virat play pace really well. So the other thing for me is Rashid Khan. I think he's going to be a really crucial one for them in this match. Specifically because the spinners are going to make the difference between the two sides. Because we've got Bhuvi and Hazelwood for the Ravada and the Siraj, but we do not have an equal for someone with the quality of Rashid Khan. And if the pitch even slightly goes towards that end, we're going to have trouble in the middle overs, which is where this game, I think, is going to be made or broken in the middle overs. Um, Predictable game, predictable to watch. If you see Gujarat like two down at by the 16th over, you're pretty much sure that they're gonna go through to the finals, whether it's first innings or second innings. So I think it's gonna be a predictable game to watch as well. I mean, you take 3 wickets or 2 wickets in the power play, you've got it. You've got all the power in the world to take it from here. So
And Manny, like, enough about the opposition. What do you think about RCB in general? What's
I'm
gone well for
worried.
them?
I am worried. So RCB's trajectory has been they started great, perfectly beautiful. Oh my god, wow! And then Rajat Patidar went away. And then
Yes,
Romario Shepherd started giving us problems. Now Suyash has
yes,
been hit.
What even
So
went away?
yes.
Where did he go?
uh like Phil Salt went away and whatever, like he was all taken
He
out.
said Patidar went
So
away. I don't know.
yeah.
He went nowhere, bro.
Patidar went away last game, suddenly, out of
Are
nowhere.
one game after they qualified it happens. Okay.
I'm saying purely from last game perspective. But yeah, like it's been tough on RCB in the last 4 or 5 games. I think we're less confident going into this game, which is why it's gonna be very fun. Um we might be less confident, but we're not less angry. I'm gonna tell you, Virat is gonna come out with a vengeance. What that turns into, I don't know. It could be 100, it could be dot out. You never know.
Suren,
So
Hmm.
sorry, I'm going to you for a little bit. As a neutral supporter, do you see a Venkatesh Iyer retaining his spot in some capacity now that Phil Salt is going to be back? Uh, or do you
Ooh.
think that there is no way he's going to keep his spot?
Ayer can bat anywhere, but not Salt. That's the issue.
No,
That's the
you
only
could
issue.
replace Romario as well because Romario hasn't given much this season.
But he started bowling. He started bowling again. 2 overs, 3 overs on the trot. I mean, the thing is,
He's not
you
doing this.
might
Like he's
need
not
a bowler
dependable
just
enough.
in case.
No, I think within RCB, within how Mo Bopat and Dinesh Karthik work, it's going to be obviously Phil Salt comes back and takes his place because the communication has been clear from the beginning. Venkatesh Iyer knows he's a sub. It's not a surprise.
Fair enough,
So
but he's the
it's
Simple.
man
as
of the
Just
simple
match.
as
like
that.
all
It's
come
the
to
role
naught.
assigned.
They should
Yeah,
have just
I mean, performance is beyond impact for sure, but it's
they
still
should have
like
just given
you
higher
can go and
ball.
tell Venkatesh Iyer, you know you're a sub, we're gonna put you out. You can't say that to Phil Salt. You don't have anything to say to Phil Salt.
Fair enough, Manny. What I'm
Whatever
saying
you
is,
want,
Phil Salt
paying
comes
him.
back and open. But do you replace a Shepherd with a Venkatesh Iyer? That gives you one more overseas
No,
player
because
slot.
again you no,
No, no,
because
no.
again you're gonna have to
You
go
lose a
there and
bowling
tell
option.
that person, hey, you're not doing well. Which he's that's not true.
No, no, no. Listen, don't
Shepherd
have
is
to go into all of those details. When you talk about in management cricket, you don't talk about all of this. Just take, okay, the reason why we are going with Shepherd is we have extra bowling option, and we haven't tested Iyer in the bowling, and also spin versus pace and everything. So it's simple. Right? We don't have to go into.
no, we technically we have an extra pacer in Kronal also, but yeah, fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
think that's one
I
of the reasons.
think there is still a sort of weakness in RCB, and that is Jitesh.
It's
Uh,
10 out of
but
11 players. That's the weakness. It's 10 versus
fair enough.
11. That's it.
But and with GT it's the number five. So there is one player in GT, there's one player in RCB. So on paper there isn't much to pick between the two sides. That's where I am coming from. I would want RCB to win because I'm a Kohli fan, so I want RCB to win. But that being said, if RCB isn't able to win and if they don't get a chance to defend their title, they will. Okay, if the RCB don't win today, they will still have a chance to defend their title by playing the second qualifier.
Yes.
So
Then 2016
I'm
recap happens in the qualifier too.
yes. So I am not that worried about RCB currently because I think RCB will make the final. Uh, it's tomorrow's game where I want SRH to win because I do not want to see an inconsistent RR overthrow consistent SRH to get to the
Yeah,
next.
there's a very low chance. I'm,
That
I'm
is the
definitely
hope.
going for
That
SRH
is the
tomorrow.
dream. And also, I feel next year we might see slightly less international players in IPL. Just letting you
Hmm.
guys know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not just
No, that
because of
makes sense.
the schedules, but
But also the
also
tournament.
there are certain safety reasons. Like at least in Australia, the CA is thinking about safety reasons for players and everything. So there are few
No,
things coming around. At least
yeah.
the news. So that's what we hear over here. Everything.
Actually, the buzz around the internet world is also that there are a few cricket boards that are unhappy with the IPL currently because their players are not getting enough time to prepare with their domestic teams in favor of going to and playing in the IPL. And
Mm.
let's be honest, even as Indians, we have felt the impact that like we could barely celebrate the World Cup before the IPL happened. I know it's part and
Yeah,
parcel
it's
of
too
the
much
scheduling,
IPL.
but
It's becoming too much, man. And also on top of it, and then all of this ethical thing that's going on morally, people are just, and the fans, toxicity and everything is just not
No,
fun anymore.
it's not just, this is the most recent one, bro. From the beginning of IPL, there was umpiring issues. Then there were these honey trap scandals. Then there was
And
like
every
this year's
bowler who
IPL
took
has just
Kohli's
been full
wicket,
of crazy shit.
simple, like every bowler ever took Kohli's wicket in the whole season, even they are getting tired. It's just like, man, somehow you just
all
feel
right. So
just the fans, they're getting, the Geo, first of all, is at fault, giving internet access to all of these people. It's just so stupid, man.
okay,
Just
Manny and Suren, we are now at the 90-minute mark. So I'll quickly move on to a final section of today's podcast. And that is we had some predictions that we did before the league stage started. And while we do not have the purple cap and orange cap yet, we can go over some of the other predictions quickly. The first prediction we made was for the top four. And Manny, do you remember your top four predictions that you made?
I think it was RCB, MI, CSK. No, wait, RCB, CSK, SRH, and
nope, nope.
Nope. Nope.
I did put CSK in there, right?
Yes, so it was CSK, Mumbai Indians, RCB, and Punjab Kings.
CSK. So I am wrong on three counts, but one.
Yes. Suren, do you remember your top four?
SRH, RCB, Mumbai, Punjab.
Yes.
Two
Suren
out of four.
has two right. And I had Delhi, Mumbai, Punjab, and Bangalore. So I also just have one right. So
So Suri wins.
Suri gets 6 points over here, whereas we get 3 points each.
Nice.
Right? Then
Love it.
we move on to the lowest team score prediction. Uh,
Hey, that can still
Suren,
happen.
yeah.
That can still happen
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
technically lowest team score can still happen. So I think we should
It can
wait
still
for that.
happen.
Okay, we can wait for that. But
Who
currently it
knows? BP
stands
might be all out for 48 today.
Yeah,
75.
fuck you.
Hey, why?
75 is
Good for you,
currently.
na idiot.
Don't have to
Just,
mention it. You don't have to mention that number. You can mention
okay,
any other
fine.
number.
Sorry,
39.
sorry.
Currently, DC got out for 75. So currently, it
Man,
is Manny who's winning it. If this stays, then Manny gets 2 points for this.
mostly he'll win, but
Yeah.
we still have to wait.
So if this happens, then Manny gets 5 bonus points, Suri gets 6 bonus points, and I have 3 bonus points if this happens.
Hmm.
Team finishing 10th. I predicted KKR, Manny predicted Lucknow, and Suri predicted RR.
Spot
So
on.
it is Lucknow that came 10th, and it's 2 points for this. So Manny
Yay.
at 7, Suri is at 6, I am at 3.
Vaibhav,
Orange
would you
cap,
predict again?
yeah, sorry,
Would you predict
nothing
again?
yet. Yeah,
No, no. Who did you
sorry.
predict? Who did you
I
predict?
for team finishing 10th,
10th
KKR.
KKR.
Seventh, not bad, not bad.
No, no.
Not
I
bad.
know what
Not
he said,
bad.
but I want him to say it again.
No, not bad at all, bro. They outperformed towards the end of the
It's
season.
okay.
I will not
They would
get
have
into
been
orange and purple cap yet, but orange and purple cap, just to remind everyone, the prediction for orange cap for me was Gujarat, for Mani was RCB, and for Suren it was SRH. All three
all
are
three,
still in play.
all three in
Uh,
contention.
yeah,
More of
because
Rajasthan and SRH than anyone else,
Yeah.
but
No, but
depends.
Gujarat is also there, bro. Gujarat
Gujarat
has
But
some.
Gujarat
depends.
has
If RCB
638.
loses, then we have a much better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Even the purple cap, we shall see. Let's not get into who's winning it as of now. And last thing, just to close off this discussion, quick yes or no, and then 30-second argument to support it. First hot take for me is Rishabh Pant is not cut out for captaincy. Manny, what do you think?
No, he'll grow into it. Give him time.
I think yes. He just needs more freedom to just go play however he wants.
Yeah.
Because
Next,
one small reason is if you noticed in any LSG games, whenever things have not been going well, he was very vocal about it. And
Yeah.
expressions were very vocal about it.
And hey,
And him
listen, they're a
claiming that
fucking
we
good
are a
team.
good fucking team and everything, profanity in front of the camera, it's affecting his head. Like he's
yeah.
not supposed to be like this. He's supposed to just go play freely.
Again,
That's
so I am not going to compare him to the legend, but there are some people who are not meant for captaincy, and Sachin Tendulkar was one of them. He was great as like god. He's the
yeah,
god
yeah.
of cricket. He was great as a player, but never really a very good captain. I see the same with Rishabh Pant. I think he may grow into a captaincy role with age, but he's definitely not there right now. So there's a reason why the Indian
He's
team has
being pushed
also
so
removed
much.
him from vice captaincy. So I
No
would
point
stick to
pushing
that.
him way too much, man.
Okay, the second one, guys, is the middle phase of IPL 2026, specifically weeks 4, 5, and 6, became very boring to watch. Manny, why don't you go first?
No, I think it was fine. I enjoyed it. RCB fan, so I think it's largely dependent on like how clubs feel about their teams at that point. But we were still looking forward to like trying to get to the top position. There's still a lot of fighting. I think, in fact, this year the middle season had some of the bottom teams really upset the top ones. And that's how Gujarat kind of surged forward, with Punjab losing, with RR losing. So yeah, I think middle season was still good this year.
What about you, Suren?
Yeah, there's been a bit of down time for each of some of the matches, but overall, if you see, I can't call a whole week or 2 or 3 as boring. Like, maybe 1 or 2 matches here and there are, but to call a whole 3 week boring is just, yeah, I don't think. And IPL never works out that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'd say the games in itself weren't as boring, but I feel that even though KKR had a resurgence, I could feel people around me lose interest in IPL, the commodity, and not wanting to
From a
We're
viewer
watch.
we're
perspective.
coming from a point where we have seen 2 World Cups happen back to back, and also we've seen other T20 series happening back to back, and we see so much cricket as well. I think that's one of the reasons. And I see when I was small, I haven't seen this much cricket at all. I've seen once in 2 months, one series or something, bilateral or something. That's about it. Now I'm watching cricket almost every day, every single day, no matter what. So I just feel I think it's just our fatigue that's making it seem like it's boring. But yeah, I mean, what can even the players do? Everyone
Okay,
just making fun of it.
last thing to wind this up. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is the biggest reason that people followed Rajasthan Royals this season. Suri, why don't you go first?
No.
I would say the majority of the reason. Majority of the reason, and see, this is excluding all of the loyal Rajasthan Royals fans. However
Yeah,
many they are loyal. They'll watch no matter what. I'm talking about the other fans. The other non-loyal fans would have watched Rajasthan Royals just for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. But also, if you get the media broadcast analysis, it'll be to a point where how many people were watching when Suryavanshi was batting, and how many people stopped watching when Suryavanshi got out. So if you see that analysis, and it'll be very clear as to why
yeah.
people are watching the game. It's just for his batting. So I just feel it's not wrong the way he's playing. Yeah, I don't doubt it, and it's also fun
I
when
know.
he's doing it.
Manny, before I go to you, 583 at 236.
Yes, yes. And I would also like to add to this that I think Riyan Parag's vaping did a lot of the heavy lifting this season as well. I watched just to see if he would pull it out again. So yeah.
All right, guys. With that, we'll wind up today's podcast. We are well into the 100-minute mark as of now.
As
So,
usual.
yes, as usual, we have gone above and beyond our stipulated time. But hey, you joined us. We enjoyed. So, who's complaining? Um, so please like, share, and subscribe, and please leave a comment on this video if you would want to see a team of the tournament by the end of the IPL. We would want to join again on Saturday if one of our
Yes.
teams makes it to the finals, and hopefully they do. Hopefully both do. Let's see. And it is SRH versus RCB in the finals.
Also, comment down
Closing
below if you
thoughts,
want to see
guys?
a watch along of the
Imagine if
final with me
his
and
team is
Suri.
in finals, my team is not there. You think I'll come to watch the podcast, be in the podcast? Fuck off.
Surely you have to, for the love of the game,
Ayo.
you have to. My team is not there. I'm still
Okay,
coming.
okay.
So you
I'll do it one. Okay, I'll only one stipulation. As long as Kohli shakes everyone's hands, I'll come and do podcast. That's it.
Oh,
sure.
And
all
I'll
right.
come. Definitely, I'll come. Obviously, we want to finish off IPL part of the podcast really strong, so I'll come. Uh,
Yeah.
I might be
Yes,
a little
man.
drunk, but I'll be there.
And guys, I haven't
Nice,
discussed
nice.
with them, but hopefully we can come once a week when live matches for India are also on. So only
Yeah,
when the matches
Yes.
are on will we also be there.
yeah.
Yes. And comment down below if you want to see a live watch along of me and Suri watching the finals. We would love to hear your
If it's our
opinions.
team, then we'll do that.
And also, guys,
We'll
it's
do it. We'll
buy
do
two get one. So if Manny and Suryan are there, then I will also be there. So it's like,
it. Of course. All right.
Crazy.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a
bye,
lovely
guys.
evening.
Thank you all.
All the best, Manny.
Peace. Peace. Peace.
All
Peace.
the best. Hope RCB wins.
On this channel, only sleeves, no peas. Love you
Okay,
guys. See
see
you.
you. Bye.
Bye.